How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another one of our weekly My Dress Up Darling discussion videos. Today we're here to talk all about episode 10. Before we get into that, though, look, it's, again, special co-host, Startacular Stella Luna.
Hello, hi.
She back.
I am back.
And also...
I've always been here.
Yeah, I was going to say, you never left. But also, they got a gold star this week. Behold their gold star. Look at their gold star. It is a gold star. Very cool.
Congratulations.
Congrats to you. Now, before we get into the video properly, before we get into our podcasty discussion, which, by the way, get yourself a warm cup of tea and a blanket, chill out, because there's no visuals this go around. We're gone full into podcast town for these videos. But before we get into the video proper, quick disclaimer. There is a can of worms that is open this week that we were dreading, because we knew it was going to happen based off the OP. And it is a situation that I feel as though neither of us are really qualified to talk about. So we're not really going to talk about the Veronica thing. And every time I say Veronica, I have to
open the door,
please, Veronica, open the door. Yeah, like every time.
Veronica, can we not fight anymore, please, Veronica?
That's how I'm feeling. But yeah, I'll say that it's a nuanced conversation because in Japan it's not really considered what it might be considered over here, right? So I just want that addressed off the top. We're not really going to talk about it. Feels fair, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Yeah, so with that said, though, let's actually discuss this week's episode.
Yeah.
Yay!
The first part of it was before the opening was so long.
It was super long. I was like the whole time like, okay, and OP now. OP now. Like I kept waiting for the OP to get started.
The part where like the OP actually started playing, I thought it was gonna be the ending song.
Yeah, the ED.
Reason.
Yeah, because it was a long time.
It was a long time, and I was like, "Yep, this is the end of the episode, I guess, right here." And I was like, "Oh no, it's only been 8 minutes," but it felt like an eternity.
Well, because without the OP, it is weird, right? You're so used to hearing the OP that when it doesn't play, you're like, wait, something's wrong here. Something's not quite right.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, the beginning part of the episode was basically the gang like cosplaying and taking photos. You know, like where we kind of left off last week.
Yeah, and we were okay. So last week, right? And Stella, I don't know if you read the comments, but I do sometimes. Okay. And a lot of the comments last week were not like annoyed, but it was people being like, "No, I think you guys misread the scene. I don't think Juju's into Gojo."
Was that last week or was it the week before?
Might have been the week. No, that was last week. No.
Was it?
That was the week before.
I feel like it was the week before.
It was the week. No, was it? I don't think so.
Yeah, because they were scoping out the place. That was where the weird beach episode, not weird beach,
which
but
was
like
last
the
week.
Different... No, that was not last week.
I'm almost positive that was last week.
Was it last? There's no way it was last week.
I think so. Comments are gonna let us know.
Oh yeah, yeah. Look. Okay, a lot can happen in a week. Okay, yeah. It's been hectic. Things
because this episode picks up right with them, like in the same building.
Yeah, but they were scoping out the place the first time. They weren't cosplaying.
Maybe that's what happened.
Yeah, and then they go and then they do the beach. They do the beach thing with Marin, and then the next week.
Yeah,
yes,
that's right.
It was.
But we still mentioned
yeah.
in both weeks that like Juju is into Gojo.
Right.
Yeah. You just had to be right.
Yeah.
But no, but like both times we've mentioned like Juju is kind of into Gojo, and I saw some people say that like we were insinuating that Shinju was into Gojo, which we never did.
No.
If we did, then we were wrong, but because like obviously not. But I really don't think we did because Shinju's like a kid, right? So yeah. No. But Juju, we had sort of like said like, oh, it seems like Juju might be into Gojo, right? And people are like, no, you're misreading the scene. And then there's a scene here where I'm like, okay, well maybe, but then it's like, oh, well, super not, but also maybe.
But also maybe, but not just
for Gojo, yeah.
Gojo for Marin.
For Marin, twice in this week's episode, we were like, oh, hey, right? It's like, oh, that took a turn.
Because I'm gonna tell you right now, okay? So, like, I mean, I guess, like, you could be shy, and it might have to do with the fact that, like, Juju just doesn't cosplay with other people.
Yeah.
Where she got, like, really shy when it comes to, like, or, like, the spark in her eye or whatever when you know, Marin, like, walks up to her to take a photo.
Yeah.
Right? And does, like, the face-grabbing thing that everybody loves in anime.
Yeah.
Because, like, when I cosplayed with my friends, right?
Mhm.
Oh, we were hella gay all the time, right? But, like, there was not, like, I didn't feel like, oh, doki doki, or, like, get embarrassed or anything. It was just kind of like, yeah, let's do this thing. And this also might have to do with the fact that I was an adult too, you know.
Yeah.
Who had, you know, has experience in, like, relationship stuff. So, like, that kind of stuff with my friends doesn't, like, bother me because I know it's not real.
Yeah.
Right?
I will say,
but, like, yeah, go ahead.
just very quickly to cut you off, because that's what I do. As a bi man, bi asexual man, before anybody's like, I thought you were ace. I am. Bi romantic. I know gay panic when I see it. That was gay panic, right? I was like, yeah, just so you know, like, when someone of the same sex is into you, you will notice because there's lightning in their eyes. Quite literally,
Or
like,
did
their
you
eyes
get lightning in your eyes? Yeah?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All the time. Yeah. I just be like, I just, right away, right? I just look like the Flash. Like, I just get lightning in the eyes. It's crazy.
Okay.
Anyway, continue.
But yeah, like, she had a very interesting reaction to Marin, you know, like, in that instance, and I feel like I was like, that's a little sus, you know. And then also, let's not forget the fact that, like, when they were going through the photos, like, sitting on, I assume, Juju's bed, right? Like, her and Shinju, you know, and she says, like, I thought I had fallen in love with Gojo's, like, work, right, at first, but I don't think that was the only thing that caught my eye or something like that.
Yeah,
was,
I
like,
don't think that's the
Marin.
only thing that I had fallen for in that picture, or something along those lines. And keep in mind, the first picture she saw was of Marin, and the picture she's looking at when she says that is Marin.
Yeah.
Well, and then she says, but then, like, there's a picture of the rest of them, and she's like, she says something to, like, in regards to Gojo, and both of us were like, make up your mind, right? Like, which is very funny coming from me, because I was like, make up your mind, and I'm like, oh man, I think here's my philosophy on this, right? And this is very much like, listen, man, like, when it comes to being a fudanshi and watching anime, a lot of things is subtext, right? Especially watching anime. Anime is like the land of subtext, you know? Like, just look at Free, like, just the entirety of Free, right? But, like, when it comes to subtext, to me, what I'm reading is that Juju might swing both ways, you know?
Yep.
Like, I think she's swinging both ways, and suddenly she saw this hot cosplay not quite couple yet, right? And now she's friends with them, and she's like, oh no! Problems. Like, we were thinking, like, oh, this might be an annoying thing with Gojo, but I don't think it'll go that way because Gojo's so clearly into Marin. And now it's like, no, this just makes Juju way more interesting to me. Because it's like, oh, you're kind of, like, low-key into both of them. Same.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, not quite the same way as you. I just like both of those two, but, like, I get it, right? Because Gojo and Marin are great, right? So it's like, I get it, right? Like, I do feel for Juju, though, because it's like she has that bi panic, you know, like, oh no, what do I do, right? And plus, she's not really used, as you said, to cosplaying with others, right? So if you're looking at, like, the surface level, right, like, just the surface level stuff, it's that she is not used to cosplaying with others, and she was impressed by Gojo's skill, surface level. But if you open your third eye and activate your galaxy brain,
I have one of those.
Yes, yeah, because you are in fact a space girl. And also a VTuber, because people didn't know that.
I am a VTuber.
Yeah,
she's a VTuber.
Know
that.
Yeah,
I am a VTuber.
Yeah, this is just like her avatar. Like, she's a VTuber. As am I.
Yes.
Two VTubing couple. Their cosplay couple were VTube couple. But
we could be a cosplay couple.
We could also be a cosplay couple. But if you open your third eye and activate your galaxy brain, it's not just surface level. You gotta look underneath. This is what the Fujos are trying to tell you. Don't listen to the crazy shippers now. there's a difference between crazy shipping and regular shipping. Don't go full, like you don't go full overboard with it, but you just activate your galaxy brain, open your third eye, and see that Juju is clearly bi. I called her JoJo because I was thinking of the ship name. But like JoJo is cute as a ship name, like I'm just gonna say it, but like obviously it's all about Marin and Gojo. Which we did give them a ship name, but I don't remember what it was.
It was Kita Gojo.
Kita Gojo, that's what it was. Everybody, it's clearly about Kita Gojo, but
you notice
JoJo's just a cute name.
I put Marin's last name first.
I did notice that. I did catch that. That was very clever.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate my work.
Yes, I appreciate. I appreciate.
I will say this. I will say this though. Like if you manga readers, all right, if you think we're reading too much into this, no, we're not.
Well, and also like two manga fans and anime fans who are like, you guys are reading too far into it. Allow me to enjoy shit the way I enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you wouldn't. To be honest, most people who watch these videos are not that way. Like most people who watch these videos are aware that like, if you're coming to my channel and you like know who I am, you know how I am, and that's why you watch. Yeah. Like a lot of the people who watch this are Fujoshi and Fudanshi. They think the same way. I'm keeping that in.
Why?
Because it's funny.
VTuber sneezes.
VTuber sneezes.
VTuber sneezes. Anyways, but like that whole scene was so cute. Like it was like it honestly like whether you think it was the gay or not, or like not the gay, like the gay, right? Right? She is, whether you think she is the half gay or the not half gay, whatever way you think, you know, like to me, like it did read, at least especially with Marin, right? With Gojo, it's more up in the air because like she goes to an all-girls school, so I can understand that, right? But with Marin, not really an excuse. I've never looked at a girl that way and went like, wow. Like I've like when it comes to girls, I'm just like, damn, she's pretty or she's hot, but it's more of like an aesthetic thing. And like I don't ever say like it wasn't the only thing I've fallen in love with. Like that is so in your face to me. Like I mean like I didn't just fall in love with Gojo's work. I didn't realize at the time, but I might have fallen in love with something else. And I'm like,
it just, like, no, to me, I'm like, immediately, I'm like, Juju's best girl. Like, just immediately, I was like, Juju's the best. Juju's the best. Like, just immediately.
Like a few weeks ago, you were like,
I hate her, yeah. And now I'm just like, she's great.
Redeemable about her, anything. And I'm like, you know what? You know what's so funny?
What's that?
I see, like, I should have predicted this. Because all the time in anime, when you've got, like, the stuck-up, like, rich, snobby, like, girl, like, tsundere, she's always gay. She is always... Tokyo Mew Mew, fucking mint.
Oi, spoilers.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
we're gonna watch it. Yeah. Also, spoilers for the audience now. They know that we're covering that. But, yeah, we're gonna watch it. Shush.
But it's such a trope in anime, like when you think about it, right? And I'm like, God damn it was right there in front of our faces the whole time.
It was, right? Like, well, and it's funny too, because she specifically says she was jealous of Marin, right? She says she was jealous of Marin. I think it wasn't that she was jealous of Marin, right? I think she was a little bit, right? Again, if you look at the surface level, the story still makes sense. But if you look at the subtext, right? If you look at underneath, if you peel the layers back, open your third eye and see the gay, then it still makes even more sense. Because you get all the surface level stuff, but it gets even better. Are you staying with me? I swear, I'm like the conspiracy theory of shipping right now, right? Or I'm like, you gotta look at, not even shipping, just the conspiracy theory of like coded, like bi characters right now. This is like, I got my chalkboard. I'm like, okay, you gotta, not my chalkboard, the cork board. Oh, of course. Like, what the heck? Who do you take me for? Like, of course.
I'm not insulting you.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like anybody watching this, like, who do you take me for? I know my people, right? Like, I know my people. Yes. I can sense my own people, right? Like, I can sense ace people. I can sense bi people, and I have decent gaydar, right? Like, so like, I know my people, right? Yep. I can sense them, right? And I'm like, I didn't see it before, but now I see. Now I see. I will say Marin's still best girl because it's Marin, but it's kind of unfair to go up against Marin, so I'm gonna give it to Juju.
Okay, but like, here's the thing. Can we talk about how those photos came out? In that photo of fucking Marin.
Oh my god.
Because goddamn.
She is stunning. Yeah, like that outfit. I was like, damn, Marin looking great. Right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that was crazy.
I'm not gonna lie. If I see people cosplaying from this show and they end up cosplaying the cosplays.
I'm sorry, I was drinking water at the time. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, we're gonna have people not only cosplaying the characters, we're gonna have people cosplaying the cosplays. It's like meta. This is
you know what? I'm putting out the call. If you or someone you know does like My Dress Up Darling cosplay, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a cosplay of one of the cosplays, you got to tweet at one of us, and I will happily.
Oh, you don't think I'm gonna do it?
Oh, you got to do it.
Yeah. Do you think? Okay. Now, out of all the characters we know, I wonder which one you think I'd cosplay. I'm curious. What's
her name? The one from this week. Not this week. The one from last week. I was like, wait, that might get taken out of context. Not Veronica. The other one. Black Lobelia, is that her name?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who I
would
assumed.
probably cosplay her.
Yeah.
A fucking corset. I love corsets. So like, I appreciate when Marin was running in that corset, her boobies weren't flying all over
bouncing,
the place.
They
were stuck in place because that's what happens.
Yeah.
When you I mean, if you like move your shoulders, it'll like do, but it's not gonna be like super jiggly like we see in like a bathing suit.
It's supposed to push the girls up, you know? Like,
it pushes them up and keeps them secure, right?
Yeah.
Like it keeps them in place. You know, like you're ready for battle. That's of course.
Okay, this is, since we're not doing screenshots anymore and we can be a lot more all over the place with our podcasty version of these videos.
Yeah.
I have to address this because I wouldn't have been able to in a normal video because there would have been no way to slide it in.
Mm-hmm.
Can we praise, of all things, I can't believe I'm about to praise this in a show, but I have to. Can we praise the fan service just a little bit? Because, like, I think the way that Dress Up Darling does fan service is so much better than most shows.
I would agree with that.
Like,
now I know there's some people who like they started the show and they really disliked the fan service and like, or were off put by it, right? And I'm not gonna lie, I was too, right? I was a little off put because like, to me, when I watch a show, right, because I'm not attached to these characters and I'm not like really like in the show, right, knowing what it's about, like at first it comes off as very like, whoa, okay, because like I don't usually watch shows with like a ton of fan service, right?
Yeah,
but
that's fair.
The reason Dress Up Darling to me is different is because like it makes sense. Also, like Marin's always in charge of everything when it comes to fan service.
Yes.
Like there's not really which is why like when the Juju scenes happened, I was like not like really off put by it, right?
Because it
it's
was
very different than what we've been seeing with Marin.
Yeah, it was like the show had sort of gone against its own code, right? Where it's like that's not how this show works, right? Like this week, I was like, please, let's not do this dumb gag where the girl falls on top of the guy, oh wacky woo, right? Doesn't do that. Does not do that.
She just smacks her head.
She just smacks her head. And then later, her head is steaming. You want to know why? Because she's a Titan shifter.
She's a Titan.
Yeah.
Oh, one thing I do want to talk about. And this is just like the specific part. We're not going to go into it. But like, we were sitting there watching, and they were talking about the teeth for Veronica and like, oh, I don't know how to do the teeth. And I was like, fake nails. You gotta use fake nails. And he pulls out fake nails, and he's like, oh, I made these. And I was like, those are fake nails. He says fake nails, and I was like, haha, I called it. I was literally, because they were talking about it, I was like, oh, you just gotta get fake nails. But I did not think they'd go there. I did not think they'd be like fake nails. Like because I don't know, like it's like not something you like go and buy like in a cosplay shop. I mean, I guess you can buy fake nails, right? But they're for nails, right?
Yeah.
Like I didn't think they'd go as far as being like, yeah, buy fake nails to make fake teeth. Because you can. What you do is you take fake nails and you like trim them down and you like, you like cut them and like shave them down and stuff like that. And then you attach them with dental stuff, like what you use to put in dentures with, like to keep them glued in,
Yeah.
The same stuff you use with the nails.
That's really neat. Yeah,
Yeah.
I will say, like, Marin being a secret Matsuoka family member was a hell of a surprise.
No, it's so true. It's
like,
so true.
It's very, like, I just alienated all of the male viewers of these videos. Just all of them, just, like, completely, yeah. Except for my Fudanshis. I see you.
Marin, no, it's not Marin Kitagawa. It's Marin Matsuoka.
Yeah, Matsuoka. Yeah, all of, like, the shonen dudes are just like, what? Not in a bad way. They're just like, what?
What was really cute, though, was when they went on like the little shopping date.
Yeah, that was cute.
So cute. It was so, and she was picking out like the shirts for him, and he was trying like the buttonless, and she was trying them on, and like the guy was like, "Man, this chick right here, she's pretty hot. Like, is that her boyfriend? No way." And then he comes out in the shirt, and he's like, "Oh, that's pretty bad."
Yeah, the guy's like, "Woof, that sucks." Well, and one of the outfits he walks out in is like a partial Guy Fieri shirt. And I was like, no, not my boy. Don't do my boy like this. Don't do my boy like this.
I love, like, the blank expression on Marin's face. And then we just find out she's just dying on the inside, being like, oh, he's so hot. I love him. I love him so much. Like, oh my God. The way that Marin is just so openly, like, is in love with Gojo is the fucking best.
Marin is like the equivalent. And first of all, I super agree, right? Like, I love how cute they are, like, and how much she just loves him, right? It's so innocent, right? Like, it's so genuine and sweet, and I just love it.
Yes.
But she really reminds me of that one TikTok audio where it's like, my boyfriend is so hot and respectful. He's like the combination Pizza Hut and Taco Bell.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the one where she's yelling, how can he be so fucking hot and respectful?
That's so funny. Yeah, like, that audio is great too. But, like, where he's like the combination Pizza Hut and Taco Bell. Like, that audio. That's way more Marin, I think, like, between the two.
It's true. It's true.
He's
it
like
is
the
more
combination Marin. Pizza Hut and Taco Bell.
That's
because she's so into him, and it's so cute because, like, the reason why she falls for him and the reason why she finds him attractive. My dudes, listen, right? Dudes and ladies alike, listen.
Listen up.
Half, if not more than half, of the reason why your partner finds you really hot is actually, like, usually not your physical appearance. That helps, right? Like, that helps big time, right? Obviously, I'm not saying, like, yeah, just dress like a slob all day. Like, I'm not saying that, right? Like, you gotta, nobody wants to hear it, but, like, yeah, appearances play a little bit, into relationships and stuff. But a huge thing that people, like, the reason why people really find others hot is because of, like, they get to know you and your face becomes you, right? Like,
yes.
So, like, when they look at you, they don't just see your face. They see you, like, all of you, right? And that's what they find so hot. Like, Marin did find Gojo, like attractive, right? Because she says, like, he's actually a pretty good-looking guy, right? Yeah. Like, so, like, but that's after she was like, oh, do I like him? Like, that's when she's like, oh, I guess he was always attractive. Like, I always found him, like, physically attractive, right? But then she starts to add it up, and then she's like, oh, no, I love him! Not love. Whoa, that's like the second layer above, like that's like a whole, that's down bad territory, right? Like,
she's very down bad, but in the most, like, wholesome way for some reason.
Yeah, like, right? Well, and I another thing that I love is the, like, do you want me to send you a picture scene? Oh, so good. I screamed. I was like, this is so, because that's what a couple would say. Like, you know what I mean? Like, everything
it's 100%.
Like, yeah, like, and the way he's just like, wait a minute. Like, he gets, like, flustered and she bursts out laughing. Like, that's like peak relationship goals right there. Like, that is so cute, right?
Yeah, well, I love it. To me, what, like, is so great about the show is literally it's not even just the cosplay. Like the cosplay is like so secondary to Marin and Gojo's like relationship with each other.
Yes.
And it feels real and it feels natural.
I agree.
Like this is like this right here is the epitome of relationship goals.
Big time.
100%. You like if you're like looking for somebody, you want to be in a relationship, like this right here is like the way you see them feeling is exactly how, like in my opinion what you should be feeling and like what happens. It might not be the exact same, obviously, because people are different.
Yeah.
But like just like the just kind of like the interactions with them, I'm like, to me, I'm like, this relationship goals. I want this, right?
Yeah.
It's have that.
Yeah, we do. But it is like it's just nice to see, right? You're like, yes. Mm-hmm. And I will say, like, I think cosplay is the element that gets people to like get into the show, right? Like cosplay gets you to watch, but it's not what keeps you. Right? No. Like this is a true, like tried and true, like rom-com. Like this is very much a romantic comedy that has like the spice to it is the cosplay, right? Like it's like you're making a dish, you got to throw in some spice, right? Don't make it a bland dish, you got to throw in some spice, right? So like rom-coms are a bit of a bland dish these days, so you got to throw in a little something extra. Cosplay, very clever, right? Very clever. And I think that the cosplay gets you in the door, but just how friggin' sweet these two are, like the way that Gojo puts Marin up on this pedestal without like, but still like reacts to some of the dumb things she does as dumb. You know what I mean? Like he's still like he doesn't like worship Marin, but he does really, really respect and admire her. And don't forget, he called her beautiful, which he only does towards things that he really means, right? Things that he truly feels that way about. And so that threw her all the way off, right? She's like, whoa. And then that made her realize, oh no, I'm like, I love him, right? This season, it's so funny, right? Because this season had like two, like, oh man, crazy action, drama, whoa, exciting, right? With Attack on Titan and Demon Slayer. And it has just like these two like really sweet rom-coms in the background happening at the same time, like with Dress Up Darling and Sasaki Miyano. Like it's so, winter is really truly like feeding us. Like this is this is a true meal, you know? Like this is good.
Yeah, I went to the fridge for a snack and I got a whole fucking meal.
Exactly. Yeah. I went for a snack. I got like a 5-course meal.
Well,
you know?
And then
like,
also I'd like to talk about like before she, like the scene where she, like right before she, it's like, oh, I'll send you a picture if you want, right? Like
he scared the shit out of her and us.
And us, because I'm not gonna lie, my heart like literally dropped for her because like there's nothing scarier than like talking to somebody that you really like and they say some shit like that, right? They're like, they're like, oh, we're gonna go back and we could cosplay, and then like, oh, I'll pass, and you're like, what? Like that was the plan, right? And like, oh, I just like you're like, what? Like what?
Yeah, because he made it seem like I even said like I thought he was like pseudo breaking up with her, right? Because they're not technically a couple. But I was like, why? Like both of us were like, Gojo, what's going on, man? Like you clued in a little faster than I did, right? Because I was like, huh? No. Right? Ace boy, right? Yeah. I was like, huh? Like it took me a minute to be like, what are you talking about?
Spectrum too.
Yeah, but like, I'm also dumb. Like, and you're more intuitive than I am, So I was like, what? Why are you being this way? And then you went, oh, and I'm like, oh.
Because the moment he mentioned the cosplay, I was like, oh, it's because she basically wears nothing in that cosplay.
Yeah.
Like
in that Guilty Gear reference.
In that Guilty Gear reference of a cosplay. Yeah. Like there's like you barely wear anything, right?
Yeah.
And like especially because it has underboob.
Like Marin says, underboob leads to a healthy lifestyle. Like, you know what I mean? Like underboob brings health and joy.
If you have nice plump underboob, it means you're healthy.
Listen. I failed to see where that is incorrect.
But yeah, no, I was scared, and then when I clued in on it, I was like, oh, I'm like, you're gonna make her fucking cry, thinking that like you hate her or something. Gojo!
She even said, like, you dumbass, right?
Yeah,
like,
you're
when she
like,
hits
"You
him, she's like,
dumbass."
you dumbass.
I would have
Right.
started if that was me, I would have broke down and started crying.
I thought that was going to be the joke, is that Marin had to cry for a second, because that was so shocking. Like, relief that it was nothing, but then cry because it's like, oh man, like, you scared the hell out of me. And then, like, the joke was going to be everyone around them was like, are they breaking up?
Yeah,
because they were out in the public. Oh, and also, Scotchers. Just wanted to remind you of Scotchers.
Scotchers.
Instead of Skechers. It's not Skechers.
Scotchers.
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 It's like Wick Donald. What's the you were spoilers for another show that I'll probably talk about. What's the name of the McDonald's in
Devil's Part-Timer?
Yeah.
What's it called?
It's not Wick Donald's, is it?
It's a McRonald.
No. Yeah.
No.
Something Ron. Chat will tell us. Chat. Jesus, I'm already in Twitch mode. The comments will tell us.
I think hold on. Keep talking.
Yeah, so I'll say like that's one of my favorite things in anime is like the way that they have to like change the names of brands. By the way, it's so funny that they have to change the names of brands, but meanwhile in JoJo's they're just like, this is Crazy Diamond, right? And like Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap, right? Like just like the names of songs. But like no, store names, those gotta change. I just think that, I guess because technically it's like a logo, which is a lot more sort of, you can't really dance around that. Makes sense.
No, you really can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is McRonald.
It is McRonald? McRonald.
Yeah, McRonald's, yeah.
We're on episode 2, I think, right? Of that show? No, we got a little further than 2.
Yeah, I think we did, yeah.
2 or 3. Yeah. It's good.
Yeah.
We'll probably talk about season 2 when that comes out.
Yep. But yeah, no, this episode was great. The beginning was great, and the ending was also great.
Yes, I agree.
We won't talk about the middle.
there's a, again, like, I'm just like, that's a topic that it's a can of worms that I don't feel as though we're qualified to listen to people who are and hear their opinions on it. Mm-hmm. We haven't seen any because we literally watched the episode pretty much right when Stella woke up, so neither of us have seen anything, but obviously we will be listening. But yeah, anyway, anything else?
Nope, I think that's it.
Do you want to say outro?
Yeah, sure. Outro!
And there you have it, everybody. That is going to wrap it up for today's video, so I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to boop that up snoot, share if you care, leave a comment down below, and of course, make sure that you hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and set notifications to all. Let all of AnyTube know that you are here, and if you haven't done so already, go ahead and check out our Discord so that you can actually be notified when new videos go up. And of course, you'll also be notified when we're streaming over on the other website that starts with a D. On top of being the best way to get notified for new videos, it's also a good place to discuss with fellow anime fans and stuff like that. So if that sounds cool to you, go ahead and join us over on the Discord. Link down in the description. Also linked to the description is our Patreon page, and that, along with the join button right beside the sub button, are great ways to help keep this channel afloat. You will find our Patreon page for as little as $1. You can help keep this channel running. And of course, a big thank you I have to give to our masters of masters, the true legends: Asaki VT, Elizabeth Just Elizabeth, JCran23, Jeremy P, Matt87 Eagle, Shadow Creative, Shiorans, Stephen G, Stevie W, Trapmaster, Trevor W, and Tristan G. Thank you all so much for being so freaking cool. I really love and appreciate all of you guys for your tremendous support of this channel. And if you too would like to have your name shouted out at the end of videos, once again, go check out that Patreon link in the description or hit the join button right beside the sub button. Either way helps out a ton. And that's it for me. So until next time, clean your room. Just trust me, a clean room is a clean mind. Maybe do some Tai Chi. Maybe drink lots of water and brush your teeth. And yeah, have a good day. Bye.